I got cystic fibrosis. See, I've got cystic fibrosis.
What's going on, guys? New week, new topic. You guys know this week is all about neb cleaning and what we all do for neb cleaning. So, I think it's self-explanatory that you always want to keep your nebs clean. Reason being is you're inhaling that directly into your lungs. So, if it is not clean, you are inhaling bacteria into your lungs, which is going to cause a lung infection, which is going to cause you to get sick and be hospitalized. So, I'm going to show you guys what I do for neb cleaning. I usually have a big bowl by my bed, or not by my bed. Oh, who do we got? Jackson! So I usually have a big bowl of my nebs, my clean nebs, in my dresser, one of the dresser drawers. And that way at night or in the mornings, I just simply grab my nebs from my dresser drawer, put them together, do my treatments, and that be it. Now when they're dirty, I bring them down to the kitchen. And what I do is I store them up here in this cabinet. So this is our med cabinet. And as you guys see, I store all my dirty nebs in there. So it will be very easy for me to know which ones are dirty. Then I come over here and I put them in these two pots. So each time I do nebs, I have a lot of nebs over the years. So I never throw them away, which I know is bad. I think you're supposed to get new nebs after every 6 months or so. But I just have been holding on to mine because I don't like neb cleaning. Doesn't mean I don't do it, it just means I try to prevent doing it as frequently as possible. So therefore, I let them build up like this, and then I usually wash about 10 to 20 nebs at a time. And that way, you know, twice a day I use my nebs, so I'll have a good 10 days worth of neb treatments without having to wash them. So that's pretty much it for what I do, guys. I'll show you guys real quick. I'm gonna fill these two pots up with water. I just use normal tap water because I'm boiling it anyways, so I'm not worried about using distilled or sterile or anything like that. I fill these up with water. I break all my nebs down, I put them in the water, and then I let them boil each. So each pot boils for at least 10 to 15 minutes. So that doesn't mean I put them on the stove for 10 to 15 minutes. That means I wait until they're boiling, then I start the timer. I've heard you can go down to 5-minute boils. Just to be safe, I always do 10 to 15 minutes. And then I've also heard that, oh, well, not all your nebs are getting cleaned because some of them are at the top. Well, to fix that issue, I will take, cause a big mess right now, but I take a lid, so I put the lid like so, so I let some air escape from the sides, but I put the lid on there so that when its steam is being enclosed, as well as every 2, 3, 4 minutes, I come in, I actually take a spatula, and I push the nebs down into the water. So that way they're all getting sterilized, they're all getting clean, they're all getting fully soaked in that boiling water. Because I have had people comment on my Instagram, and maybe even my YouTube and stuff about like, don't do it that way. Not all the nebs are getting touched, not all, because there's some of them resting at the top. But guys, you aren't watching the full story. You don't know what's actually happening. I come back every few minutes. I take a spatula, I push all the nebs down into the water to make sure they're fully in the Amanda's clean enough with no pants on. Anyways, guys, I got it covered. I promise you. Anyway, I'm gonna fill this up real quick with water. I'm gonna put my nebs in, show you guys what it's like boiling, and that's pretty much it. As soon as they're done boiling, I immediately pour all the water out into the sink, and I let them air dry, and then once they're dry, I put them in that bowl in my dresser drawer. Very simple, guys. I used to do the whole Dawn soap thing. Water's free. Boiling, I guess, uses electricity, but you know, it's free. It's the stove. So I'm not buying Dawn soap all the time. I'm not buying vinegar. I know other people wash their nebs in vinegar and water. None of that stuff. And the best part is, I can boil a lot of nebs at once with these big pans. So I'm not doing like, you know, so Ashley, for instance, has the microwave method. Well, it doesn't look like a lot of nebs can fit in that one bag. So, you know, I have a lot of nebs. I don't like washing very frequently. So That's why I like the boiling method. It's something I can put on the stove, I can watch TV, set a timer for every 4 or 5 minutes, come in, you know, wash them, put them back in the water, 10 to 15 minutes total. Done. Anyway, show you guys real quick. We are on the stove. Like I said, here's the lid, here's the nebs, there's one pot, there's a second pot, and what I do is I'll closely monitor these for the next These are the next 10 minutes or so. I wait and see. Wait until they're boiling. When they're boiling, I'll set my timer. Like I said, I do about 10 to 15 minutes total boil time. 4-minute intervals. I'll move them around a little bit with a spatula. So have my handy dandy spatula ready, but I move them around so that way I make sure they're fully engulfed in the water, all the nebs, all getting sterilized. The reason I'm saying that so much and reiterating it is because I really have gotten messages about how my nebs aren't getting cleaned all the way, there's some sticking out the top, etc., etc., or there's better ways to do it, get the baby bottle sterilizer. Not to be mean, guys, but that's not helping. Like, we're trying to do these videos to help you guys and show you guys a different perspective, and you're not seeing the full picture. Like right now you are, but in pictures on Instagram, you're not seeing the full picture. So, like I said, it's funny because I do the lids to have the steam. I do the spatula rotation, stuff like that. But obviously I'm not gonna put all that on Instagram. But anyway, guys, if you guys have advice on how to make things easier or better, please do give that advice. So if you guys know a way that I can wash this many nebs at once in an easier fashion, please let me know. I know the baby bottle sterilizer, that's one thing, but it's gonna take up some counter space. I don't really want to take up more counter space. I know, like Ashley's method with the microwave thing, that's awesome. It seems very quick and easy, but once again, it's not gonna be able to wash that many nebs at once. You'd have to keep getting up and you know, refueling that with more nebs. So this is just the way I have found, guys, that it seems like I can wash 20 nebs at a time, 10 nebs each pot, sit down on the couch, watch TV, play with Jax, whatever it may be, and everything's okay. I don't have to worry about anything. I let them do their thing, and that's it. So, like I said, these are getting ready to boil. You can see this one's smoking. This one back here is a bigger pot, so it's not going to boil as fast. And I have my spatula at the ready. I have my timer at the ready. And I have my hot hands. So as soon as that timer goes off, I put these hot hands on. I empty all the water out. And I leave it on the stove to air dry for a while. I set them out on a towel, and I'm good to go. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. Like I said, please leave advice if you guys have advice on a better method, a quicker method, a more efficient method. But don't leave comments or messages bashing anybody on the channel about how they do it and it's wrong or whatever, because they've probably been doing it like this for years and they're probably, you know, they're alright. I mean, I've been doing this for like years and years. So, anyway guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next week. And I'll see you guys next week. Alright? Hashtag stay salty, guys.
See, I've got cystic fibrosis.